Life is not won by luck alone, nor is it lost by one failure. Yet many people wake up every morning feeling defeated, not because life is unfair, but because they are unclear about how to live it. We look around and compare ourselves with others. Someone is ahead, someone is behind, someone seems happier, someone seems more successful. And in this comparison, we forget one simple truth. Life is not a race against others. It is a journey of becoming better than who we were yesterday. The moment you understand this, the meaning of winning in life begins to change. Most people believe winning means having more money, more recognition, more comfort or more power. But if that were true, the richest people would be the happiest, and the most successful would be the most peaceful. Reality shows us something very different. Many people have everything on the outside and nothing on the inside. They smile in public and struggle in private. This tells us that winning in life is not just about achievement, it is about alignment. Alignment between what you do and who you are. Alignment between your values and your actions. Life doesn't come with a rule book, but it constantly gives us signals, sometimes through success, sometimes through struggle. Failures are not punishments, they are lessons. Pain is not an enemy, it is a teacher. Every experience is shaping you, preparing you, strengthening you, but only if you are willing to learn. Otherwise, the same lesson repeats itself in different forms. This is why some people keep making the same mistakes with different situations and different people. They never pause to reflect. In the rush to prove ourselves, we forget to build ourselves. We chase results but ignore discipline. We want respect but ignore character. We want peace but live in constant reaction. Winning in life does not begin with changing the world. It begins with changing the way you respond to the world. It begins with inner clarity. Because when the mind is clear, decisions are wise. When decisions are wise, actions are powerful. And when actions are powerful, results follow naturally. This talk is not about shortcuts or overnight success. It is about simple principles that, when practiced consistently, transform the way you think, act, and live. These are not rules to impress others, but rules to strengthen yourself. They don't demand perfection, they demand awareness. And awareness is the first step toward growth. If you observe carefully, you will notice that people who truly win in life are not always the loudest or the fastest. They are the most grounded. They understand themselves. They take responsibility. They stay patient when things are slow and stay humble when things go well. They don't let situations control their inner state. They know that life will test them, but they also know that they are stronger than those tests. So before we talk about success, achievements, or goals, let us talk about foundations. Because without strong foundations, even the tallest buildings collapse. The next few moments are an invitation to reflect, not to judge yourself, but to understand yourself. Because winning in life is not about becoming someone else. It is about becoming the best version of who you already are. When we talk about winning in life, it is important to first redefine what winning truly means. For many, winning is visible. It is measured in money, titles, achievements, and applause. Society celebrates those who reach the top, but rarely asks what it cost them to get there. We admire success stories, but we often ignore the inner struggles behind them. That is why many people reach their goals and still feel empty, because they won externally, but lost internally. True winning is not about standing above others. It is about standing firmly within yourself. Life is not a straight road. It is unpredictable, sometimes unfair, and often challenging. Everyone, without exception, faces obstacles. The difference between those who grow and those who get stuck is not intelligence or talent alone, but mindset. How you interpret situations shapes how you respond to them, and how you respond determines the direction of your life. This is why rules matter, not rigid rules that restrict you, but guiding principles that anchor you during confusion. From a young age, we are taught what to achieve, but not how to live. We are told to study hard, earn well, and settle down, but we are rarely taught how to handle failure, rejection, disappointment, or uncertainty. So when life doesn't go according to plan, we feel lost. We question ourselves, we blame others, we lose confidence. Winning in life requires emotional maturity, not just external success. It requires the ability to stay balanced when things don't go your way. Another important understanding is that everyone's journey is different. Comparing your life with someone else's path is one of the fastest ways to feel dissatisfied. Someone may reach success early, someone late. Someone may struggle financially but be rich in relationships. Someone may have fame and still lack peace. Winning is not about timing or comparison. It is about progress. Are you learning? Are you growing? Are you becoming wiser with each experience? If the answer is yes, you are winning, even if it doesn't look like it yet. Life constantly gives us choices. How we use our time, who we give our energy to, what we focus on. These choices may seem small in the moment, but over time they shape our destiny. Most people lose not because life is difficult, but because they make unconscious choices repeatedly. They react instead of respond. They seek comfort instead of growth. They choose short-term pleasure over long-term fulfillment. Winning in life begins when you start making conscious choices aligned with your values. It is also important to understand that winning does not mean avoiding failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the process. Every meaningful achievement is built on mistakes, lessons, and persistence. The real loss happens when you stop trying, stop learning, or stop believing in yourself. People who win in life are not those who never fall, but those who learn how to rise without bitterness. This talk is about 5 simple rules. Simple, but not easy. They require discipline, patience, and self-awareness. They will not make your life perfect, but they will make you strong. They will not remove challenges, but they will prepare you to face them with clarity and courage. These rules are not meant to be followed mechanically. They are meant to be lived gradually with understanding. As we move forward, keep one thing in mind. Life is not asking you to be extraordinary overnight. It is asking you to be honest with yourself, to take responsibility for your growth, to stay committed even when motivation fades, to stay humble even when success arrives. Winning in life is not a destination you reach one day. It is a way you walk every day. If you can align your thoughts, actions, and values, life starts flowing differently. You become calmer under pressure, clearer in decisions, kinder in interactions, stronger in adversity. And that is when you realize that winning in life is not about controlling everything around you, but mastering what is within you. The problem with most people's approach to life is that they focus entirely on external results and ignore the internal foundations required to achieve them. We live in a world that celebrates visible success, promotions, wealth, awards, social recognition, and influence. From childhood, we are conditioned to chase achievements and outperform others, but very few are taught how to handle setbacks, manage emotions, or maintain inner stability. This imbalance creates a situation where many people may achieve externally but feel empty internally. They are technically successful, yet they feel anxious, insecure, or unfulfilled. The first problem, then, is that people confuse achievement with true winning. Another challenge is that we live in a culture of comparison. Social media constantly bombards us with images of others' highlight reels, vacations, promotions, awards, and celebrations. Without realizing it, we start measuring our worth against other people's appearances, often forgetting our own progress and struggles. Comparison creates dissatisfaction. It breeds envy and self-doubt. We may have done our best, yet we feel inadequate because someone else seems to be ahead. This creates a mindset where happiness depends on external factors instead of internal growth. Procrastination is another problem that keeps people from winning in life. Most people understand what they should do, but they delay action, hoping for the perfect moment. They wait for motivation to arrive, resources to accumulate, or circumstances to become favorable. But life rarely waits. Opportunities do not knock twice, and time keeps moving forward. This gap between intention and action creates frustration. People dream big but act small, and over time, this creates regret and a sense of wasted potential. Winning in life requires consistent, disciplined action, not just grand ideas or temporary bursts of energy. Emotional reactivity is a subtle but powerful problem. Many people allow situations, setbacks, or criticism to dictate their mood and decisions. When a project fails, when someone disagrees, or when plans don't go as expected, they feel defeated, angry, or anxious. Decisions made in reaction to emotions are rarely wise. They often lead to mistakes, conflict, and wasted energy. People who allow external circumstances to control their inner state are essentially handing over the steering wheel of their life to chance. Until this problem is addressed, no level of skill, knowledge, or opportunity can lead to consistent success. A fourth problem is the lack of clarity in purpose. Many individuals chase goals that are not aligned with their values or passions. They pursue what society says is important: high-paying jobs, social status, or recognition. But when actions are misaligned with purpose, effort feels heavy, progress feels meaningless, and success feels hollow. Life loses its vibrancy when we work tirelessly without a clear sense of why. Winning in life is not just about doing more. It is about doing what matters and doing it with intention. Without purpose, even achievement can feel like failure. Fear of failure is another challenge that prevents people from winning. Many are afraid to take risks, try new things, or step outside comfort zones. Fear keeps them in familiar but unfulfilling routines. It stops them from expressing creativity, exploring opportunities, and building resilience. Ironically, avoiding failure often leads to smaller experiences, slower growth, and more regret than failing and learning. Life tests us constantly, and the willingness to face fear is what separates those who win from those who remain stagnant. Another issue is inconsistent habits. Most people understand the importance of discipline, consistency, and incremental improvement, yet they fail to apply them daily. They chase instant gratification, become discouraged by slow progress, or give up when results don't appear immediately. This inconsistency sabotages potential. Success is rarely the result of one great effort. It is the accumulation of small, consistent actions over time. Without habits that reinforce growth, knowledge remains theoretical and dreams remain unfulfilled. Finally, the modern world adds distractions and mental clutter. People are constantly pulled in multiple directions: social media, entertainment, work demands, notifications, and obligations. Attention is fragmented, energy is drained, and focus is compromised. The mind, which should be a powerful tool for decision making, creativity, and problem solving, becomes restless and scattered. Without focus, even talented and capable individuals struggle to achieve meaningful outcomes. Life feels chaotic, and progress becomes slower and more stressful. In summary, the problem is multi-layered. We confuse achievement with true success, compare ourselves unnecessarily, procrastinate, react emotionally, lack clarity of purpose, fear failure, neglect consistent habits, and succumb to distraction. All these challenges combine to make life feel overwhelming, unsteady, and unsatisfying, even for those who appear to be winning externally. Until these internal problems are addressed, external efforts alone cannot lead to a life of real fulfillment. Understanding these issues is the first step. The next step is learning how to navigate them effectively, and that is what the 5 rules to win in life are designed to do: provide practical principles that strengthen the mind, guide action, and align effort with purpose. By applying these rules consistently, you can transform obstacles into opportunities, weaknesses into strengths, and potential into achievement. The solution to winning in life does not lie in shortcuts, luck, or external validation. It lies in cultivating principles that guide your thoughts, actions, and choices consistently over time. When the internal foundation is strong, external achievements naturally follow. The first step in this solution is clarity of purpose. Winning in life begins with understanding why you are doing what you are doing. Without purpose, even hard work can feel meaningless. Take time to reflect deeply on your goals and align them with your values and passions. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? What impact do I want to create? When your actions are connected to purpose, effort becomes easier, challenges become meaningful, and decisions become simpler. The second step is mastering discipline and consistency. Talent alone is insufficient. Without repeated effort, it will fade. The world favors those who show up day after day, even when motivation is low. Discipline is not about harsh rigidity, but about creating habits that move you toward your goals steadily. Start small. Focus on daily routines, incremental improvement, and gradual progress. Celebrate small wins because they accumulate into significant results. Consistency builds trust in yourself, and trust is the backbone of resilience. When you know that you will keep going, no matter the obstacles, you gain confidence and control over your life. The third step is emotional mastery. Life will never be free of difficulties, criticism, or disappointment. What matters is how you respond. Instead of reacting impulsively, learn to pause, reflect, and respond thoughtfully. Meditation, journaling, or even simple deep breathing exercises can help cultivate this inner calm. Recognize that external events do not define your value. A project failure, a missed opportunity, or someone's disapproval does not diminish your worth. Emotional mastery allows you to act from a place of clarity rather than panic, to make decisions that are wise, and to maintain stability even when circumstances are turbulent. The fourth step is embracing learning from failure. Many people avoid risk because they fear failure, but failure is not the opposite of success. It is an integral part of it. Each setback carries a lesson if you are willing to observe and learn. Analyze what went wrong without self-judgment. Adjust your approach. Persist with improved understanding. Those who win in life are not immune to failure. They simply use it as a stepping stone rather than a stopping point. Cultivating resilience in this way transforms challenges into opportunities for growth and strengthens your ability to navigate the uncertainties of life. The fifth step is mindful focus and prioritization. Distraction is one of the greatest obstacles to achievement in the modern world. Social media, entertainment, and constant notifications fragment attention and drain energy. Winning in life requires the ability to focus on what truly matters and to say no to what doesn't. Prioritize tasks that align with your goals and values. Protect your time and energy. Allocate attention to deep work, meaningful relationships, and personal growth. When focus is applied consistently to the right areas, progress accelerates and results become more impactful. Another crucial part of the solution is cultivating positive relationships. Surround yourself with people who inspire, support, and challenge you to grow. Avoid relationships that drain your energy or diminish your self-respect. While winning in life does not depend on others, the company you keep can significantly influence your mindset, decisions, and habits. Choose mentors, peers, and friends who reflect the qualities you wish to cultivate in yourself. Their presence can motivate you, but your peace and progress should not depend on them. Gratitude and reflection also form an essential part of the solution. Winning in life is not only about achieving more, but also about appreciating what you already have. Take time daily to reflect on your accomplishments, the lessons learned from challenges, and the relationships that enrich your journey. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, from dissatisfaction to contentment. It allows you to celebrate progress without becoming complacent and to remain motivated without feeling pressured. Finally, the solution involves taking deliberate, consistent action. Awareness, clarity, and learning are all valuable, but without execution, they remain theoretical. Winning in life requires moving beyond planning and thinking into persistent doing. Break goals into manageable steps. Track progress. Adjust when necessary, but never stop moving forward. Action, when guided by purpose, discipline, emotional stability, and focus, turns potential into tangible success. In conclusion, the solution to the problems that prevent winning in life lies in integrating these principles into your daily life. Clarity of purpose, discipline and consistency, emotional mastery, learning from failure, mindful focus, positive relationships, gratitude, and deliberate action. These are not quick fixes, but lifelong practices. They do not guarantee a life without challenges, but they equip you to face challenges with confidence, resilience, and wisdom. When these solutions are applied consistently, you begin to see life differently. Obstacles become lessons, failures become stepping stones, and success becomes a natural byproduct of the strength, clarity, and alignment you cultivate within yourself. By embracing these principles, you transform not only your results but also your character, ensuring that the victories you achieve are meaningful, sustainable, and deeply fulfilling. Now is the moment to turn understanding into action. Knowledge alone does not change life. Consistent application does. If you want to truly win in life, it is not enough to nod in agreement with these principles or feel inspired for a few minutes. You must commit to living them every day in small, deliberate ways that gradually build your character, discipline, and resilience. The first action is to gain clarity on your purpose. Take a notebook, sit quietly, and ask yourself, what do I stand for? What matters most to me? What kind of life do I want to create, not just for others, but for myself? Write down your answers. Reflect on them. When purpose is clear, decisions become simpler, energy becomes focused, and action becomes meaningful. Without purpose, even effort can feel like running in circles. The next action is to establish daily habits of discipline and consistency. Identify one area where you can improve and commit to practicing it every day, even if for a small amount of time. For example, wake up early and dedicate 30 minutes to reading, exercise, or planning your day. Consistency builds momentum. Small actions, repeated daily, compound into extraordinary results. Don't wait for motivation. It comes and goes, but rely on routine and discipline. Treat each day as an opportunity to take a step forward, no matter how small, because over time, these steps accumulate into tremendous progress. Emotional mastery requires daily practice as well. Begin observing your reactions to challenges, criticism, or delay. Instead of reacting immediately, pause and ask, is this response helping me or hurting me? Learn to breathe, reflect, and respond rather than react. This might feel uncomfortable at first because you are rewiring old habits, but it is essential for long-term resilience. The more you practice emotional control, the more power you reclaim over your decisions and actions. Remember, calmness is not weakness. It is the foundation of strength. Take deliberate action to embrace failure as a teacher. Whenever something doesn't go as planned, analyze without self-blame. Ask yourself, what did I learn from this experience? How can I do better next time? Document lessons learned. Treat each setback as a stepping stone, not a dead end. This mindset transforms fear into courage. Each time you rise after a failure, you build confidence, resilience, and wisdom. Over time, this habit of reflection and learning creates unstoppable momentum in your personal and professional life. Focus and prioritization must also become part of your daily practice. Identify the most important tasks each day, the ones that align with your purpose and long-term goals, and dedicate focused energy to them. Avoid multitasking and distractions. Silence unnecessary notifications. Learn to say no to activities, commitments, or people that do not serve your purpose. Protecting your time and attention is one of the most powerful ways to accelerate growth. Small, focused actions consistently applied will yield more results than frantic, scattered effort. Nurture your relationships wisely. Surround yourself with people who inspire, support, and challenge you to be better. Seek mentors, peers, and friends who embody the values you wish to cultivate. Avoid draining or toxic relationships that consume energy without growth. While your life should not depend on anyone, healthy relationships provide motivation, perspective, and learning. Be intentional with your connections, invest in those who matter, and maintain boundaries with those who do not. Practice gratitude every day. Before ending each day, reflect on 3 things you are thankful for. Celebrate your progress, acknowledge small achievements, and recognize lessons from setbacks. Gratitude shifts the mind from scarcity to abundance, from frustration to contentment. It reinforces positivity and fuels motivation to keep moving forward. Finally, take action consistently. Planning, reflection, and awareness are only valuable when followed by execution. Break large goals into manageable steps. Commit to completing one step at a time. Track progress. Adjust strategies as needed, but never stop moving forward. Action is the bridge between dreams and results. The person who takes deliberate steps every day will inevitably reach milestones that others only dream about. Winning in life requires a commitment to yourself. Commit to clarity of purpose, disciplined action, emotional mastery, learning from failure, focus, wise relationships, gratitude, and relentless execution. Begin today, not tomorrow. Start small, but start intentionally. Every decision, every habit, every action is a vote for the life you want to create. If you follow these principles consistently, you will notice profound changes. Challenges will feel manageable, setbacks will become lessons, and success will arrive naturally as a byproduct of your disciplined, purposeful life. So stand up, take responsibility, choose to live intentionally, Let each day be a step toward becoming the best version of yourself. The journey will not always be easy, but it will be meaningful. The victories will not always be immediate, but they will be lasting. Commit to these actions today, and you will discover that winning in life is not about luck, status, or recognition. It is about building a life of purpose, resilience, clarity, and fulfillment, step by step, day by day. As we reach the conclusion of this reflection on the 5 rules to win in life, it is essential to pause and absorb what we have explored. Life is not a one-time event, and success is not a single destination. Winning in life is a journey, a daily practice of aligning your thoughts, actions, and decisions with your values and purpose. It is about creating a life where challenges are opportunities, failures are lessons, and every experience contributes to your growth. Understanding these principles is powerful, but living them consistently transforms life entirely. One of the most important takeaways is that winning begins within. External achievements, money, recognition, status, are visible and temporary. They can bring happiness for a moment, but they cannot provide the enduring satisfaction that comes from inner strength, clarity, and resilience. When you cultivate discipline, emotional mastery, purpose, and focus, you develop a foundation that no external circumstance can shake. Your achievements become a reflection of your inner stability, not a substitute for it. And this is the true definition of winning in life, not merely surviving challenges, but thriving regardless of them. Another key insight is the role of choices. Every day presents countless decisions, some trivial, some profound. Most people react unconsciously, letting circumstances dictate their behavior. The difference between those who win and those who struggle is conscious choice. Choosing your response instead of reacting, choosing your actions instead of delaying, choosing growth instead of comfort. These small decisions, multiplied over time, shape your destiny. By committing to intentional choices aligned with your values, you build a life that is meaningful, steady, and resilient. Life will always present obstacles. Failure, rejection, criticism, and setbacks are inevitable. Yet the mindset with which you face these challenges determines whether you emerge stronger or weaker. Those who win in life treat failure as feedback, not punishment. They analyze mistakes, learn lessons, and persist with improved understanding. Resilience, the ability to rise again after falling, is not innate. It is cultivated through practice, reflection, and persistence. By embracing challenges as opportunities to grow rather than threats to your self-worth, you turn life into a teacher instead of a burden. Equally important is the cultivation of focus and discipline. In a world full of distractions, attention is a rare and valuable resource. Consistently directing your energy toward what truly matters is what separates meaningful progress from wasted effort. Discipline is not punishment, it is self-respect. It is the act of honoring your goals, your commitments, and your growth. When you combine focus with daily action, small steps compound into extraordinary results. Over time, these seemingly simple habits create momentum that propels you toward achievement in ways that shortcuts or luck never could. Relationships also play a subtle yet powerful role in life. Surround yourself with people who inspire, challenge, and uplift you. Seek mentors, friends, and companions who reflect the qualities you wish to cultivate. Avoid those who drain your energy or distort your perspective. Winning in life does not mean isolating yourself. It means choosing relationships consciously, interacting from strength rather than need, and contributing positively to the lives of others. Healthy connections amplify your growth, while unhealthy attachments drain it. Wisdom lies in distinguishing the two. Gratitude is another cornerstone of a winning life. Taking time to reflect on what you already have shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Appreciation allows you to celebrate progress without becoming complacent, and it fuels motivation without creating pressure. Gratitude is the bridge between achieving and being content, between striving and finding peace. A life practiced with gratitude remains joyful even in the midst of challenges, because you learn to see the good that already exists and the lessons hidden in difficulties. Finally, winning in life requires action, relentless, intentional, and persistent action. Awareness, reflection, and planning are vital, but without execution, they remain ideas. Turn your knowledge into habits, turn your purpose into effort, turn your principles into daily routines. Even small actions, when repeated consistently, accumulate into extraordinary outcomes. Life rewards those who act, who persist, and who refuse to surrender to excuses, fear, or procrastination. Action is the bridge between potential and achievement, between dreams and reality. As we conclude, remember that life will not be perfect. There will be challenges, distractions, failures, and unexpected twists. Yet with clarity of purpose, discipline, emotional mastery, focus, and gratitude, you will navigate these challenges with confidence and resilience. True winning is not about avoiding obstacles. It is about learning to move gracefully through them, staying aligned with your values, and growing stronger with every experience. The 5 rules we have discussed are not mere strategies. They are practices for a life of strength, balance, and fulfillment. So take these principles to heart, not as abstract ideas, but as commitments to yourself. Begin each day with intention, make decisions consciously, act consistently, reflect, learn, and adjust. Surround yourself with supportive people, celebrate progress, face challenges courageously. And most importantly, nurture your inner self, because life's greatest victories are internal, not external. When you do this, you will discover that winning in life is not a distant goal. It is a continuous journey, a daily choice, and a reflection of the best version of yourself. Live with purpose, act with discipline, and embrace every experience, and you will realize that you are not just chasing success, you are embodying it.